What's up, guys? It is not 12 o'clock, but it is Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, October 2nd. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the hot list a little early. Why? I have a lunch meeting at 12 and I've got to drive a few minutes to get there. Dean, what's up? So I'm going to do this a little early since I've got to have enough time to get over to the meeting and eat a little lunch. So what we are talking about today is not a house, but a property. It took me a minute to try to figure this out because, hey, Mom, it doesn't really have an address. So if you want to know how to get there or where it's at, shoot me a message and I will tell you how to get there and give you the details. So technically the address for this is 22nd Road in Lebo. So it's just a few miles away, but it is 156 acres of land and it's all sectioned up. Let me make sure I get this right. So I gotta read this so I make sure I get it right. So 33 acres are soybeans, 55 is primarily corn, 34, from my understanding in the description, is CRP, and the contract for the CRP did end in 2018. So that could easily be tilled back up and go back to row crop or something like that. And then 34 acres of mature timber. So I'm fairly certain that adds up to 156. That's right, Dean. This is day number 2. So this property is listed at $365,000. It is a beautiful property. I'm gonna turn this around. Brian, what's up? So you guys can kind of see some of the pictures of what it looks like. Of course, there's the beans. Whoever got these pictures done, they are done very well. Absolutely amazing. Those aren't the pictures I'm looking for. So here, for anybody that is thinking of using this for recreation, so there is a creek that runs through it, and there is some wildlife that runs through there as well. And where's the one? Oh, I went too far. This one right here was the one I was wanting to show you guys with the $2. Larkin, what's up? So 156 acres, does have some wildlife on it for those of you that love the outdoors like I do. It also has some crop, some CRP, some timber as well. And I already have somebody in mind that I'm going to send this over to. And so I wanted to just cover this and share this with you guys. This listing is also courtesy of Midwest Land Group. Now, as we've been talking over the past, we'll just round it up and say 2 weeks, because this is the second week we've been talking about it, going over the home buying process from the buyer's side. Yeah, Dean, absolutely hunter's paradise. We have worked our way through step number 8. So step number 8 right now is to obtain funds for closing. What all is involved with that? Well, a lot of it is going to be done by your lender. So you may not see a lot of this as the buyer, because your agent should be keeping on top of this, handling this, as well as your lender as well. So if you don't have a lender that you guys, if any of this has sparked any interest, you don't have a lender and you're thinking about buying a home, shoot me a message. I've got 2 guys that are absolutely amazing that I've worked with, and they take great care of everybody. What the lender is going to do is do one last check on your credit, submit it to underwriting just to make sure everything is good. That loan is firm, it's solid. There is nothing to do. Now, in this situation, when your lender advises you and your agent advises you to not do anything that runs your credit, hits your credit, dings your credit, or not to buy anything, that is absolutely what they mean. I have not had it happen to me. Hang on. There, need a little water. We're good. I have not had it happen to me, but I've heard it from a couple agents that they get all the way down to the underwriting and obtaining the funds for the loan, just to have the lender tell them that they no longer qualify because they went and bought a truck the day before, or they went and bought $10,000 worth of Nebraska Furniture Mart items for the house. So furniture, dining room, living room, whatever, bedroom, whatever. And, they opened a new card, or they had their credit run, and the whole deal falls apart because when your agent and your lender tell you don't do anything to run your credit or hurt your credit, that's what they mean. Also, during this period, you want to get with your insurance company. Just double check that, you have enough coverage through your policy that would cover the house as well as any personal property in the house as well. The lender is going to send the loan docs over to escrow, which means they're going to send it to a closing attorney, depending on which state you live in, or a title company. Here in Kansas, it's going to be a title company. I know where Dean lives, they use closing attorneys. Wherever you live, just follow whatever your state does. You'll be fine. And during this time, Richard, how are you? During this time, you will want to, you already know who the utility companies are as far as gas, electric, propane if you live in the country. Get those utilities set to be in your name and turned on at a certain date. And I would recommend during this time as well, before you do a final walkthrough, before you go to closing, start considering any aesthetic changes that you would like to make. For example, when my wife and I bought our house, Lathan, what's up? When we bought our house, once we did this, we kind of walked through again and started getting paint samples from the local paint store. And we really sat down and figured out, okay, we know we want to paint, and any other changes that we wanted to do, we started planning that. Now, we didn't start doing it because we didn't take possession yet, but we started planning, so we're already ahead of the game, knowing what we want to do room by room and what needs to be done before we start moving everything in. So that's it for step 8 with obtaining funds for closing. Get prepared for step 9, which we will talk about tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me on Facebook. You can put any of the comments here, or you can call me, shoot me a text at 620-794-1032. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have on the buying side as well as the selling side. Also, if you followed me through this whole process so far, and I've explained it and helped educate some people along the way, and you're thinking, maybe I want to start looking at real estate. Maybe I want to start looking at getting into it, selling it. What's the process? What do I do? By all means, please feel free to give me a call. I'm happy to have that conversation with you and answer any questions I can and at least give you the perspective that I've done. So thank you guys for watching this episode of The Hot List on Wednesday, October 2nd with Matt in the Hat, Keller Williams Diamond Partners. I do this because your experience matters and should be trusted with a veteran. I'll see y'all tomorrow.